welcome to the Holy Couch Guitar Show. Not in Berlin, but in Bad Gäusern in Upper Austria. Watch out, there's the Gashauptanschluss, not to verwechseln with the Nebenanschluss. Okay, come on, we're going inside. Here we have the fancy company car, nearly brand new, but we like all the things like ourselves. Come on in. This is the display room and the room where I do the little repairs and special things, and my office is as well here. Slante. Okay, so here's the official couch for the official Couch Guitar Festival. This is some of the repairs that I do. It's not a guitar, obviously. It's a steering wheel, a wooden steering wheel of a Porsche, quite old Porsche. I don't know what model it is, but I got it to have it nicely repaired and restored, so that it can be put in to the old car again. Then we have an old German Roger. It's a very old German guitar from the 50s, made in Berlin actually, quite famous because of the German carve. Here the top is flat and there's a very deep carve, and it's made the same instrument because this guy Roger Rossmeisel, he moved to America later in the 50s and worked for Fender, and they made exactly these guitars. This is the bench for the repairs. There's a very old, over 100 years old, 150 years old, very small guitar. It's an old guitar, German probably, or Austrian, very old. So one string is broken, so don't look here. It was not a very expensive guitar, as you can see on the decoration, and it has these standard wooden pegs, very old, and it used a Capodestal very regular, so you see the imprints. It's a very small guitar. It's as thin as the guitars were at that time. So then we have here, this is the Thornwood. This is the thing after I made my parlor. My parlor is a copy of this, with a few slight differences. For instance, the neck thickness, the original neck is nearly unplayable. It's very triangular in shape and very, very thick. Yeah, but it's a very nice sounding guitar, made for an American company, for Montgomery Award. I guess around 100 years ago. There are some repairs, funny instruments. This is the guitar that belongs to my wife, and she broke it, and it will be repaired, so doesn't matter. Then we have a little OM. It's from an Austrian maker from 1990, Heinrich Nusko. Nice little instrument. I repaired it and now it's for sale. It's an OM in solid rosewood and spruce, and sounds very good. If you are interested, call me. We have a tune bass from the 90s. Very funky bass with a 3-band equalizer, volume, and no, this is volume, and this is balance between these pickups. This is a real cool instrument, but with a interesting color, this pinkish outside, and here it's red, it's solid ash. This is ash, and the neck is maple, and cool bass from the 90s, when I was young. So we have a 1973 Framus SG in solid mahogany and a glued-in neck, which is good for these types of guitars. It's repaired and restored and sounds really nice. Very, very cool guitar. This is the original tremolo, but the handle is missing. The pots are new and the switch is new, so you can actually use it. Very nice, cool guitar. We have a K from the 70s. No, from the 50s, it's not from the 70s. This K is from the 50s. Has a solid top. I think it's a Darren Spruce, but I'm not totally sure. It was not an expensive guitar, and they actually glued it the other way around, so the white ears are in the center, which you would not do normally. Sides and backs are plywood, and this is a frankly very strange and very interesting guitar. As you can see here, I removed the bridge. He moved it backwards because it was in actually absolutely wrong position. So I had to move it 5 millimeters to make it work. Okay, I'll tell you about my guitars in the second round. So we head up to the bench room where I assemble the guitars.